Five, four, three,
two.
What's going on YouTube?
Now I'm swerving in the rain, for it was too late. Didn't have no time to break.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Behind the Session. Today we're breaking down our new song, Don't, one of our favorite singles overall that we've ever put out. And man, this one's a doozy, so let's start breaking it down. We got Ariel here live from Zoom over in Bellingham.
How's it going?
Ariel, start out by kind of just telling the story behind the song.
Sure, yeah, I gotcha. So this basically started with Evan and I going to Studio 8, as you see Jason and Evan are at, and we were trying to make some beats to send off to this incredibly talented Seattle artist named Mr. DC. And yeah, it kind of ended up taking a life of its own. And we just decided to keep it as an Annihilate song once we really got the ball rolling on it. But yeah, it started with this, with just this guitar, just like 2 or 3 chord progression as the foundation of the song. I came up with the guitar part that you hear throughout most of it. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and show the guitar part.
Yeah, so this is how we started out right here. And the thing is, I remember when you did that, I'm like, that's cool. It's very simple. I don't know how we can expand on this. Well, little did we know we can make a full song off of what, 3 chords?
3 chords.
And that was kind of the backbone of the song, was just Ariel's guitar. I'll play a little more of it right now. And once he hit that staccato feel, we were like, how do we accentuate that? And one thing that we decided to do, Ariel's a very talented singer, so we decided to just layer his vocal, almost like a barbershop quartet, and this is how it came out. With the guitar. From there, we knew we had something. Yeah, it was already a bop. And so I started adding the drums. Kind of gives it like I don't know, like a swingy kind of like Smino vibe is kind of what we were going for there.
A quick addition I have to that is that I believe that we used the Cam Obi telephone kit to do most of the drums, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true, yeah. One of our biggest influences, Cam Obi, the GOAT. Then we threw in some Rhodes sounds, so some Rhodes piano on top of all that. At this point, we were just vibing. Mm-hmm. We knew we had something.
I think you should play going with all the sounds going from that chorus part to where the Rhodes come in, because it starts from a very like staccato, broken up feel like you guys were just talking about, and then as soon as the Rhodes come in, it kind of like glues everything together and it's a little bit more like soaring.
So at this point, we're like, how do we make this song stand out? How do we get experimental with it? And what we decided to do was sample Ariel's vocal and assign it to the keyboard, and we created this sound. That's one of my favorite little sounds. It adds a lot of spice to the song. We also threw this in as well. When it's broken down like that, you could totally tell that it's Ariel too.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to throw in about this is that particular, all those little vocal melodies, when I was throwing those onto the MIDI keyboard, I was 100% thinking about this song by an 80s band called New Shoes and a song called I Can't Wait that I actually first saw in the Cleveland show. They had like this whole skit based around this song, and it's just this super funny vocal sample filled song, and yeah, super like poppy, campy, dancey, and yeah, I just wanted to get that like kind of fun vibe in it. Even though the subject matter of the song, when Evan and I were sitting down initially to write lyrics, it was absolutely not about super duper fun, happy stuff, but I do really like the contrast between the music and the lyrics.
I agree. I think it's such an upbeat, fun sounding song with like underlying dark lyrics. Which makes it super unique. Another little vocal sample I want to highlight is this one right here. So that's Ariel doing the melody with like a phaser on it, pitched in a weird way. Pretty cool stuff. So after that, we needed something to really just hold it down, and so we called up our boy Hayden, and boy did he deliver. So here's a little preview of his bass that he threw in there.
Beautiful.
So after we had the bass, we pretty much had the whole instrumental down. We wanted to add some spice. We were like, well, Jason, what can you add to it? And we broke out the
Korg MS-20 Mini.
Yeah.
And I got a talk box. I put them together.
That's right. And we threw this on there. And what is that? What are you doing there?
That's just like a sawtooth sound on my MS-20 Mini, and I did 2 of the talk box, me just going whoa, 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 doing it in 2 different octaves. And then I also did it in 2 different octaves without the talk box, just to give it some beef, because this part was my favorite. And when we were mixing, everything sounded great about this song when we were mixing it, but that middle section just had to sound fat, otherwise it wouldn't hit hard enough. Like
fat with a PH. I'm telling you, this part absolutely beefed up the whole song.
Oh, I forgot I did electric guitar on that part too.
There's electric guitar as well. Ariel, what's up?
Yeah, I remember the first time that I heard that new section, because that section didn't even come along until like, I want to say like 3-4 months, or at least I didn't hear it until I think like 3-4 months after we had initially laid down the first beat. It was a while afterwards, and yeah, I was absolutely shocked. It got like almost operatic, like all the high stuff that you're doing on your synth with the talk box. They're like, whoa! It sounds super operatic and huge. I just was simply not expecting it. At first I was like really put off. I was like, shit, this gets like way too operatic for this part, but no, I will fully admit I was totally wrong. It's such an epic part of the song that I didn't even think that this song would be able to get to, and yeah, I'm super appreciative that it's there.
This right here might be, I always say this, but like this has got to be the coolest part in the song. Check it out. And then, so after that full like breakdown and build up, we were like, let's add some spice to the ending here. And you know who can provide the spice? This guy right here.
And Spice Man.
We call him the Spice Man over here. So, what did you do here, Jason? What was the idea?
There was just a bunch of kind of open space that we had left in the session. We didn't really even know what we were going to do after that part, but we know that you can't have a build up and then just end a song. Yeah. So we needed something, and we always really like build-ups that kind of like build it, and then instead of dropping into something really fat, it either cuts to silence and then goes into something fat, or it goes into something that you're not really expecting. Like something like this, you wouldn't expect after a huge operatic section for it to go into the more staccato groove thing again. So that's what we ended up going with, and since I already had the talk box out, I just kind of improvised some licks. I don't know if I did it intentionally first, but left some space, and then I ended up going with guitar in between each one.
He basically dueled himself on 2 different instruments, right? So this is how this sounds. That part is so sick. I love that a lot. Okay, so then we had the whole instrumental done for the most part, and it was time to add vocals. I think we re-recorded all the vocals to this like 2 times over just to get them perfect. And we started with Ariel's part here, his verse. So let me just play it a cappella here.
I need to put my mind at ease. I need a remedy. Baby, please. I need some clarity. It won't be long before.
Yeah, I have a number of comments about this. So first of all, Evan actually wrote the first half of the verse that I sing. They were the first lyrics that got laid down for it, and those lyrics were kind of the thematical foundation for the rest of the lyrics that got written for the song. It was all very, very relevant stuff to what was going on in both of our lives at the time, and we knew that we wanted to keep it simple at first and keep it like not monotone, but just kind of bounce around just a few notes before getting to the next section. And yeah, I had to do like a lot of experimentation. If any of you guys are familiar with my work in Jason and I's other band, The Furs, I generally do a very different singing style. So this was something a little bit out of my comfort zone that you'll hear a little bit more in the second half of my verse. But yeah, we wanted to keep it simple and then build it up.
Yeah, so this is all Ariel's vocals right here. This is backing, this is lead, this is his layers, like those bups that I was talking about earlier. Check it out.
I was looking for a light to take my mind away. Driving, flicking off the brights into the darkest place.
So realistically, do we even need a beat? That right there makes up so much of the song right there. I really like it a lot. Then we move on to Tristan's part. And Tristan kind of he took the song concept that me and Ariel were running with, and he ran with it himself. And like the first time I heard his lyrics, I was like, damn, does he wear size 9 shoes? Because he put himself in my shoes.
You wear size 9.
9.5.
Okay.
Dang, I got my own shoe size wrong.
Yeah, real quick before we get into the rest of Tristan's verse, I just kind of want to touch on what I tried to do for the second half of my verse, which I told myself repeatedly, like, oh, I'm going for kind of a JT thing, a Justin Timberlake thing, which I'm repping right now with this NSYNC shirt. But yeah, I don't know if I actually accomplished that or if it sounds anything like JT, but I was going for more of like a boy band, poppy, almost early 2000s type vocal style and melody. Tristan has always like really embraced that boy band style and whatnot in a super great artistic way. Tristan's one of my favorite lyricists and songwriters of all time, no joke. And yeah, I think he really, really took what Evan and I started and just totally took off and really ran with it.
I would have to agree. Yeah, you guys both did a really good job at like keeping the energy the same and your style of singing the same within the track. Moving on to Tristan's lead here. Here's how it sounds a cappella.
It's a masterpiece of a tragedy. I wasn't thinking rationally, cause ooh, the Queen Sunny's so sweet. But there's a dark pit in the peach. I bet you knew it all along. You knew that you would do me.
Listen to those harmonies. Amazing. I haven't really listened to that a cappella before, but that sounds great. Yeah, he just floated on the beat there, honestly. This is everything all together.
Bet you knew it all along. You knew that you would do me wrong, but still you kept me holding on. So all you get is one more.
We move on to the next part, which is a unknown rapper that got on the song that, we just kind of pulled off the street. If you want to hear this rap verse, go listen to the song.
But we're not going to talk about it? No, you're not getting off that easy.
Okay, fine. So I did a rap verse. So I've been recording rappers for years, and like I understand how things are supposed to sound, and I know what sounds good, what doesn't sound good. I don't think my voice is particularly good for rap, so this took me like hours and hours to do, but I just lowered my voice, added a little bit of rasp, and I rapped a verse that I wrote, which was cool. So here's that a cappella.
Let's break it down to the brass tacks. Metal with the monster, now I'm feeling like Mad Max. I can tell there's something in the air, yeah, I smell like cologne. So why you playing around like you love me when you...
So, what's funny is some people had a suspicion that was me, but no one like really knew for sure, because I've never done that before. Overall, I think it did come out pretty good. I'm pretty confident in it.
Even your own father didn't know it was you.
That's right. My dad was like, is that Jason rapping? I'm like, no. But yeah, so getting to contribute like lyrically to a song that was kind of like in the back of my head, kind of my vision for a song, it was cool. Maybe it'll happen again. We'll have to see. We kind of just like repeat the same stuff from there, but we do have an ending vocal part that I know Ariel wants to dive into. So this is the outro, being heavily inspired by Rihanna here. This is how it sounds, and then Ariel can break it down for you. Tell us a little bit about that part.
Yeah, so we got to the end of the song. I think that I actually laid those vocals down literally on the first recording session that we did for this song, and we didn't touch them at all. I asked Evan if he thought I should re-record them because I was feeling doubtful about it being at like the same recording quality of the rest of the track by the time we got to the end. Yeah, basically that little vocal part is inspired by Rihanna's part on this song by an artist named Party Next Door. The song is called Believe It, and it's a song that my roommate Mickey showed me when it first came out. And if you guys haven't heard that song, check it out. It's freaking incredible. The production's insane, the vocals are insane, all of the melodies are insane. It's a super duper fun track, and of course Rihanna's an insanely talented vocalist. And I just kind of wanted to do something a little bit more, I don't know, R&B poppy, like runs and stuff. I'm not super good at runs in general, I wouldn't say, but I thought that this part was simple enough for me to pull off, and I specifically wanted to pitch it up and have it like sound kind of like format shifted for that same effect that is in a lot of Rihanna's parts in Believe It.
Yeah, and I think we pulled it off in a cool way. We've never done anything like that before, but that was kind of the name of the game for this song, is just do new stuff. I think that's the name of the game for pretty much all the music that we make, is just keep experimenting with new sounds, never be afraid to try something new. Yeah, the last thing that we just have to touch on is Jason's vocal debut, though.
Oh, yeah.
Jason, tell me what your thought process was behind this part right here.
So I was just kind of riffing, like I said earlier, I was just kind of just like going off the dome, playing the wah, and I had to tie it up, put everything together with one last bar. So I had a little bit of something brewing while I was recording that whole thing, and I just had to let it all out by the end of it.
Oh man, and let it all out he did. Let's replay it back.
So that's not like moved at all. Like we didn't edit that to like be on time.
Look
That's
how
a
on time
perfectly
that
on
was.
time burp.
Look at that.
That is, you've never heard a burp so in the pocket. It's insane.
Yeah, that was an in-pocket burp. All right, so with that, that's pretty much every layer to the song. Let's see, 212 layers later, we've broken it all down the best we could, and that's Don't. Please, if you haven't listened to it already, go check it out. It's probably, I would say this with every new release, but like this is probably the one I'm most proud of so far. Production value is high, sound quality is high. We're really just trying to level up when it comes to this new music, guys, so go check it out. Ariel, do you want to sign off really quick and then we'll sign off?
Oh, totally. Yeah. Well, first of all, this song is, like Evan said, literally unlike anything we've ever done before. If you've listened to Annihilate's older stuff, there was a lot of metal, blues, really rock-based stuff. And on every project that we've released, we've experimented with new sounds. It sounded slightly different. But we've all been, like, the three of us have all just been getting way better at audio engineering and production. And of course, along with the experience from just making more and more music, we've gotten better at songwriting and melody writing. Yeah, I think that this song is like a true testament to our improvement. If you listen to this song versus Annihilate's first album or anything that I recorded prior to joining Annihilate, like it's just a night and day difference. I actually feel like, and I felt this way when we were writing the song, you could hear this on the radio and I feel very confident about that. I'm proud of that. And I know that everybody else in the band is as well. So yeah, I appreciate everybody who's listened to it. Thank you so much for checking it out. And if you haven't already, go ahead and do that. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Couldn't have said it better myself, guys. At the end of the day, like this song took like a very rough experience and it turned it into a banger. And you know what? That's how all the best songs are made if you think about it, right? Everything stems from like an experience in real life and then putting that through music and kind of translating it to your fan base and having people hear it. It's a very cool experience. It's a little bit freeing. It helps things get off your chest. Therapeutic, you might even say. Just sign us off in your best YouTuber fashion.
And I really think that this song is just a testament to how much we've grown. Like what Ariel said about our production quality getting better and just how, I guess, picky we are with things now. I know when we were making the first album, you're making your first album, so like everything is new, so you're not really keen to like little things that you'll look back on a couple of years down the road and be like, well, oh, that was kind of weak.
Yeah.
But this, I think, a testament to our experience and our playing now and our singing. I think listening back and hearing Ariel's and Tristan's vocals now, the difference is, like Ariel said, just night and day. Same with my playing. I'm sure everybody else would agree about their own. But yeah, and it just keeps on going. So we're probably going to say the same thing about our next song too.
That's right. All right, guys, a lot more behind the sessions to come. We got a whole album coming out that we're going to be breaking down. So if you like this kind of content, leave a comment, drop drop a like, share it with people. We really like breaking stuff down and like really showing you guys the behind the scenes stuff.
And also, just ask questions if you want. Like, if you listen to this, you heard something else that we didn't explain, then our inbox is always open.
We're open books over here, right? Okay, so with that, let's hit it with a sign off. You've just watched another episode of
Behind the Session
with Annihilate. And yeah, guys, tune in for the next one. Let's go. Okay, we're good.
Ariel, can you cover up the camera?
Oh yeah, cover the go like this.
Oh yeah, I got you. Later.
Okay. Now I'm swerving in the rain, for it's too late, and now time to break.
It was a masterpiece of a tragedy. I wasn't thinking rationally, cause ooh, the Queen Sunny's so sweet. But there's a dark pit in the peach. I bet you knew it all along.